Hi everyone, delonewolf here, and welcome back for some more Path of Exile Ultimatum League. We are back with our summoner necromancer character, but we did skip everything else. I didn't continue the let's play type of recording for this playthrough. The main reason is I just kept dying. At that point, when I was into, I think like late Act 4, I really didn't have the HP, and it was a little bit of a struggle to push through some of the content until I finally managed to make my way over here so that we could get some extra life and get to the big life wheel as well. So that was basically a bit of a problem that had to be fixed, and now that it is fixed, it's better, but defense is still definitely a little bit of a weakness, which is why I'm actually running bone armor, and that was my second ascension right off the bat. It stabilized a little bit there, but it's definitely still not perfect. Let's take this character into a map as well, show you guys what this is about, and this really is going to be the theme for this league. It is going to be Cyclone with cost while channeling. This is to me a very fun setup. And so, man, a little bit of texture loading problems again. And so what we do now is that we send out these skeletons that then explode very quickly. Well, you can see the damage is, in my opinion, quite reasonable. We have good clear speed. It's the defenses that are a bit of a problem. I could run different golems to try and do something about that, but I did want to get this feeling when you see a rare. I can aim the summons a little bit with the mouse, and as a result, when we drop a couple around them, they do perish very quickly. Blue packs hardly feel those, and we can just keep going like this, and you can hear the constant explosions. Let's risk this. All right, summon this stuff. There we go. That is done. The main reason why this is working, why I can just keep summoning these, and you can see we go to 6, and then at 9 they keep exploding, is because we also are using this Maligaro's lens, which gives them minus 50% to all elemental resistance, and it actually nearby allies recover 1% of your maximum life when you die. So when these skeletons die, they also give me a little bit of a life regen, because with that Aegis stuff, we can you know, have the shield effect be only for my minions. Now, I haven't really done a lot of this, but it could be a good test. Let's see here. So do I just have to... Yeah, alright, click on that. I'm actually going to do a big summon. There's Val Skeletons. I actually grabbed that skill gem from the other character, and there's a Tabula Rasa that drops. Alright, reforge rare item with new random modifiers, including fire modifiers. Well, honestly, my goal here is not to keep going, to keep pushing, so I'm actually going to go back, and we'll focus on the map, such as this league mechanic, which is really what has pushed me to get into this type of a playstyle, because, again, big advantage, I'm pretty mobile, right? We're doing lots of stuff. We only need to really press one button, 2 buttons in this case, right? Hold both mouse buttons so that we keep moving, and that on cooldown we also use the bone armor, which you're seeing right there. It just helps with bleeding, helps with the defenses, and it gives the minions an HP buff, so the explosions for my skeletons when this is up and they happen to grab it are also a little bit bigger. But this mechanic, it's still definitely a big rush. I mean, all of this stuff is still coming after me in a very hard way. Look at how many rares this spawns constantly. It is quite challenging, so I'm gonna actually deploy the rest of the army, and look at that, and these ranged guys start to fire. Honestly, I think something that I'll think about, I'm not sure how much more I want to spend into the league here, would be to do to combine this with then a blocking character, someone that can really block very effectively, because that's what you need here. Otherwise, I keep taking all these hits, also from all that range stuff. Survival duration now. All right, let's just keep moving. There we go. I'm actually gonna stop because it's just too chaotic. It's too much stuff at the same time. It's definitely this character's weakness as well, is that I'm a little bit too weak in the defenses. Now, another thing, I just leveled up, so I'm going to increase the minion damage a little bit more. After this, that's quite substantial. We are only level 73, so I do feel like this is a reasonable amount of time and level to get into the maps, and this leaves my character a decent amount of room to grow. Potentially, right, getting into like level 80 or something like that is definitely possible as well. But then another kind of a problem, in my opinion, not really sure how to work with the rest of the ascendancies. So let's do this, right? You can see here costing damage taken helps as well, but only on relatively small hits, I'm going to say. So next up here we're gonna have boss, so gotta take care of everything else. So I can spread these skeletons around a little bit. They don't move far before they explode, that's really very fast, but you can see you can also focus on yourself, and then when they're close by they take a lot of extra damage from my curses, my aura curses, and there we go, we grab that peninsula map as well. Go back into the jungle valley. I think there's maybe some more stuff for me to take out on the other side there. And then another big disadvantage, right, which the elementalist doesn't have, I have to resummon the golems when they die, which happens from time to time because we really have no regen and negative elemental resistances on these guys. But the damage is I would say competitive with the Arc character that I made, the Arc Inquisitor. That one's damage is pretty nuts basically, because it shocks everything, super high chance of crit, and then those crits ignore elemental resistances. That is super powerful, but this clears, I would say, at a decent speed, at a similar speed as well, and has slightly better defenses with bone armor and potentially with like other golems and things like that. But yeah, there we go. Let's sell the stuff that I won't use. I'll keep the extra tabula because perhaps my brother could actually use that if he wants to do a second character. So I'm gonna put that in my 5, where I keep some like interesting stuff that has dropped potentially. And then I'll take a quick look at what I've done for this character. Again, sometimes you guys ask me, well, can you post like a build or something like that? Sorry, no, I can't. I'm really a rather casual noob player when it comes to Path of Exile. So I just do this stuff all on my own. That looks interesting, that looks fun, so we went full minions. Oh, you actually might have seen that in the Let's Plays. Then we went straight for having potentially the Golem Commander, of course, minion instability, bit of AoE, and here we get an extra skeleton. Then we go over here to that Necromantic Aegis, which works with Maligaro's Lens. So this gives us all bonuses from an equipped shield applied to your minions instead of you. So they get minus 50 to all elemental resistance, but also 11% extra life, some attack speed, and nearby allies recover 1% of your max life when you die, and increased AoE. So all of these really good for that minion instability when they blow up. Quite a few minion nodes that are available. Then we went all around here. That's a pretty big one, which I still need to finish as well. Oh, damn, yeah, I still have some potential there. A little bit of life, some more minion stuff, more life, minion stuff, life, and that's stuff that we can definitely still like work on. And here I'm also going to go for even more minion damage on that. So there's definitely still a couple of big nodes that are going to allow me to increase my damage, and then quite a bit of life that's in range as well. That's going to hopefully give me a pool to survive all of this. Oh, and I thought I'd show you this as well. Then, of course, we are a Necromancer this time. We went for, first of all, this one, extra damage. So that helps, then damage and life. And we use the bone armor. Minions have 20% more maximum life. So when they explode, and it doesn't do anything at the rate at which they take damage. So that's perfect as well. And then +2 minion skill gems. That's just really awesome as well, of course. Making them potentially even better. But after that, yeah. I could try and move in on like a consume corpse type of thing, but it's extra buttons, which I really kind of don't want to do. So that was this character. Very interesting adventure, and I have to say this is a very nice discovery for me personally, that you can do stuff like that with Ghost while channeling. Definitely my favorite playstyle at this point. Combine it with minions, I think you don't lose that much potential, and then that Inquisitor with Arc, probably my highest damage character ever. That was definitely a lot of fun as well. And there you go, that's my final update for this character. I think potentially as well final update for the league. I've spent an enormous amount of time playing this one, getting quite a few characters up into the maps. It's a lot of fun, but I basically don't have the drive or the energy to really dive into stuff like what is it, Maven, those Guardians, all that stuff, get the very best gear, highest level drops, red maps, all of that. I think you need to have more of a history with the game so that you understand more of those mechanics that can really increase that power level. But it's definitely a lot of fun, and I look super forward to Path of Exile 2 so that I can get in on the ground level. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and as always, I'll see you next time.